Star versus River Wraith. The first light of dawn crept over the horizon, casting a pale glow across the murky waters of Silverflow River. It was 5:15 a.m. WOT on Sunday, June 8th, 2025, and Deputy Ethan Tin Star Caldwell adjusted his badge as he stepped onto the rickety dock of Blackthorn's Riverside Patrol Station. The nickname Tin Star had stuck after his first year on the force, a nod to his unyielding resolve and the gleaming star pinned to his chest. With 7 years under his belt, Ethan was no stranger to the town's quirks, but the call that jolted him awake an hour ago sent a shiver down his spine. A fisherman had reported a ghostly figure rising from the river, its wail echoing through the mist. Ethan had laughed it off at first. Silverflow was known for its eerie fog and tall tales, but the panic in the man's voice was real. Now, standing on the dock, the air heavy with dampness and the faint scent of decay, he felt the weight of something unnatural. His patrol boat bobbed gently, its motor humming as he prepared to investigate. He cast off, the water lapping against the hull as he steered toward the reported sighting, a bend in the river where the current swirled darkly. The fog thickened, reducing visibility to a few feet. His radio crackled. "Caldwell, you copy? Keep us posted on that Wraith nonsense. Over." It was dispatcher Mara, her tone laced with skepticism. "Copy that, Mara. Heading to the bend now. Over," Ethan replied, his eyes scanning the water. As he rounded the curve, a splash broke the silence, followed by a low, mournful wail that seemed to rise from the depths. He froze, his hand hovering over his holster. The sound wasn't human. It was a keening cry, layered with despair, vibrating through the boat. A shape emerged from the mist, translucent and humanoid, its form shimmering like liquid silver. Long, tendril-like arms trailed behind it, and its face was a blur of anguish, eyes glowing faintly green. Ethan's breath caught. "Blackthorn PD, identify yourself," he shouted, his voice steady despite the adrenaline surging through him. The figure didn't respond, drifting closer, its wail intensifying. Ethan grabbed his flashlight, its beam cutting through the fog, illuminating the Wraith. The light seemed to agitate it, and it lunged, tendrils slashing at the boat. He ducked, the hull rocking violently as water splashed over the sides. He drew his gun, firing into the mist, but the bullets passed through, leaving ripples in the Wraith's form. "Damn it," he muttered, holstering the weapon. The boat's motor sputtered, and the Wraith circled, its cry now a shriek that pierced his ears. Ethan grabbed the oars, rowing frantically toward shore, but the current dragged him back. The Wraith's tendrils wrapped around the boat, pulling it under. He dove overboard, swimming through the icy water, his lungs burning as he broke the surface. He dragged himself onto the muddy bank, gasping, the Wraith hovering above the water, watching him. Its voice echoed in his mind. "You cannot escape me, Tin Star. The river claims what it's owed." Ethan stumbled to his feet, drawing his backup radio. "Mara, this is Caldwell. I'm under attack. Some kind of entity in the river. Send backup. Over." Static answered, the signal dead. He retreated to the patrol station, soaked and shivering, his mind racing. At the station, Sergeant Lila Hayes met him with a raised eyebrow. "A river Wraith, Ethan? You sure you didn't hit your head on that dock?" she asked, though her eyes softened at his drenched state. "I saw it, Lila. It nearly sank my boat," he insisted, describing the encounter. She sighed, calling for a team to investigate at dawn, but Ethan couldn't wait. He dug into the station's archives, finding a faded report from 1965. Deputy Amos Grant had vanished near Silverflow after reporting a water spirit with glowing eyes. The file included a sketch matching the Wraith and a note, "The river hungers, offerings appease it." That night, Ethan returned to the riverbank, armed with a flare gun and a theory. The report mentioned offerings. Perhaps the Wraith was tied to something unresolved. He found an old fishing net tangled with bones near the bend, human by the look of them. The Wraith appeared again, its wail softer now, almost pleading. "Free me," it whispered in his mind. Ethan fired the flare into the net, the flames consuming it. The Wraith shrieked, its form convulsing as the bones burned. The The water churned, and a vision flashed: a woman drowned decades ago, her body snagged in the net, her spirit trapped. The wraith dissolved, leaving a silver locket floating on the surface. Ethan retrieved it, the inscription reading, Clara, 1964. Back at the station, he reported the incident, but the locket vanished from evidence, and the official log cited a misadventure. The river grew calm, the whales silent, but Ethan felt its gaze. The Tin Star had won this round, but Silverflow's depths held more secrets, and he knew the wraith might return.